Once you realize this, once you truly understand this, you will exactly know what you have to do, and you will get your manifestation in no time. I got to know it when I had some successes with the law, and here is my story. Before knowing about the law of assumption and before knowing about manifestation, I used to chase people, I used to chase money, and I used to chase friends. And the more that I did it, the further away they went. This cycle of chasing continued for a long time. During this period, my standards were going lower day by day. Then some events happened that changed my life totally, and I was broken, not physically but mentally. I was broken emotionally. I suffered and came across these teachings. When I started exploring the law, I was at a very low point in my life. Like many other people, I was seeking ways to improve my life. Things started changing, and they started getting better. I became meditative, and I came across many realizations. Out of them was this one realization that made the law clear for me. After having this realization, I got to know why people are after a specific person and why they are after money. I got to realize why people do what they do. All of these things became clear, and you will exactly know why you are doing what you are doing. Once you realize it, then everything will change in your life. The way you approach your desire will also change. And when that happens, you manifest your desire. So, what is it? Well, whether it is me, whether it is you, or any person that you come across in life, each one of them desires something or another. Some may want to be successful in their career, some may want a car, some may want a house, and some may want fame, while there are people who just want to travel. You will agree with me that people want things. If you look at it this way, then you are at the surface level. But if you sit down and go a little deeper, you will know that they do not want these things, they want the feelings. Whether it is a specific person you desire, you want them because you want a feeling. If you desire lots of money, you want a certain feeling. If you want a car, you want the feeling of having that car. You are never after things, you are after feelings. Now, look around yourself. You might have some material things you bought at a certain time. Before having them, you were in a different state internally, but as soon as you got them, you were feeling amazing. You were feeling like, wow, I have this. This is something new in my life, and I like it. Some people even show off their new cars or gadgets on social media. It gives them this feeling. But after a few days, these feelings fade away. Now you see another shiny object, and you go after it because you want that feeling. Have you ever noticed this pattern in your life? Well, some of you might haven't experienced it yet, because if you did, then you would know exactly what needed to be done. And the teachings of Neville Goddard would have unfolded in front of you. So, as I said, you all are wanting a feeling rather than the thing. You are wanting the feeling that thing would give you. People who don't understand this get frustrated when manifesting their desire. Even after hearing multiple times that your feelings manifest, and your state of being manifest, they ignore this fact completely. They do this by placing too much importance on the thing they desire. They put their desire on the pedestal. Their lives revolve around this one desire. They are thinking about that one thing all the time. Instead, they have to get into the feeling of having that thing. You have forgotten that the feelings are generated within you. You have forgotten that you create those feelings within you. You have forgotten that, apart from any physical event, your imagination also creates those feelings. For example, if you think of failure, you start feeling anxious and fearful. If you fight with someone in your mind, or if you are having arguments with the subjective picture of someone in your mind, you start feeling angry. If you imagine your crush in your arms, if you imagine your crush proposing to you, if you imagine your crush kissing you, you start feeling love. Listening to songs also creates these feelings, and watching movies also creates these feelings. Reading some motivating posts also creates these feelings. The point I am trying to make is that you generate feelings within yourself by imagining. You are thirsty to experience these feelings. You want those feelings, not that thing. Ask any married couple, how was life like when they were in a relationship? How was life like when they were getting married? And how was life like after they were married for the past 5 years? What changed? Those feelings. The way they felt changed completely when their partner started living with them. The highs they experienced when they were in a relationship are not there after 5 years of marriage. The same happens with anything in your life. The enjoyment of having that thing does not come from outside. It comes from within. It is within you. Those objects are just symbols you created by thinking that they would give you happiness. If that were the case, couples would never fight. You are the one who is giving that thing meaning. You are the one who is giving it importance. You don't want that thing, but just the feeling. Also, the fun part is that you can give yourself any feeling you want at any time of the day. You don't have to wait for it. You don't have to ask anyone for it. You have to give it to yourself. You can do so by imagining it right now. You can imagine it. You can imagine experiencing the thing you desire. You can imagine lovely things, and it changes feelings within you. Ask yourself, how would I feel if I had it right now? Your state of being will change by doing this, and your state of being matters when manifesting. All the famous people, celebrities, influencers, and singers feel that they are very important. They stay with this feeling within them, and their dominant state of being changes with it, and they manifest that fame. The law is simple, the law is true. The law never fails. If you are too logical, then you will agree with me on this. If you feel a certain way or believe a certain way, then your actions are also in a certain manner. And when that action is in that certain manner, you achieve that which you were working on. It always starts with a thought. People who are spreading negativity everywhere are doing this because their thoughts within them start with a negative idea. They accept that they can't change anything. Their current reality will remain constant. They feel negative emotions, then their actions are different. They spread those feelings in the outside world by taking specific actions, and they get the results that they had in their mind. So, coming back to the point, your inner state of being is more precious than the physical object. Your state of mind will always be far more valuable than your circumstances. If you are feeling and changing your state of being, then you are doing it right. But if you are getting desperate day by day, then you are not changing that dominant state. Once that dominant state changes, you lose interest in your desire. You are like, it is okay if I get it. It's okay if I don't, because there are many beautiful things in this world that I can have. This changed state gives you your desire, or something that has much higher value than the thing you desired. This is the truth that no one tells you. This is the truth that you know deep inside of you. This is the truth that you have experienced before as well. In every video, I say, I don't care what you desire. I only care if you can change the feeling within you or not. If you can do it and if you are doing it, then you are doing it right. Don't chase anything. Don't put anything on a pedestal. Just generate that feeling within you where you have it. Even Neville said, one of the greatest pitfalls in attempting to use the law of assumption is focusing your attention on things like a new home, a better job, or a bigger bank balance. This is not the righteousness without which you die in your sins. Righteousness is not the thing itself. It is the consciousness, the feeling of already being the person you want to be, of already having the thing you desire. My goal here is not to sell you shiny objects or quick fixes. There are no quick fixes. I know you are much more than you think you are. I know you have fallen into a pit where you feel dark and have gone far from the real you. You are not wanting that thing. You are just wanting that feeling. You are wanting the feeling of importance. You are wanting the feeling of love. In every video, I have reminded you. And in every video, I will remind you that you only generate those feelings within you. No one else does it for you. The law is not about some technique or keeping your desire on a pedestal. The law is about changing your state of being. It is about living your life fully and improving it. A big, fat bank balance, a new car, and a person are all the symbols that you seek. You think seeking these symbols will give you that feeling. But that isn't the case. It's totally opposite. Having the feeling internally gives you these symbols externally. Having that changed state internally gives you those things externally. Life is not happening to you. It is happening through you. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you take your desire down from the pedestal. And the sooner you change your state of being, the sooner you will have your desire. No one, not even me, will promise you that you will get that thing, but your changed state of being will promise you that you will get it. So, stop focusing on your desire and start focusing on generating that feeling. Your only aim is to get into that feeling and visit it like you visit your social media apps. If you are someone who has some memories that bother you, then I have made a video for you. It is about Neville Goddard's technique. Just click on the first video that comes at the end of the screen.